Good morning, chat. We are waking up. A little late start, but we are here. Market is open. We are gapped up around 200 points, 180 points. So far, the ES is starting above the VWAP, above the 200 SMA, above the 100 MA. NQ 30 minutes starting above the VWAP. Nvidia starting 0.85% up. Tesla starting 1.35% up. Google starting 0.7% up. Amazon starting 0.5% up. Microsoft starting 1.2% up. And we are just waking up. Got above that pivot point, 23,096 to start. We're above the 21 EMA. NQ 5 minutes above the 21 EMA as well. Palantir's up 3.6% to start. AMD's up 2%. AIM goes up 1.3%. The VIX volatility index is sitting at 18.6, down 8.6% to start the day. Volatility was very high on Friday, so NQ futures are sitting up 1%. ES futures are up 0.7%. The Dow's up 0.5% to start. Russell 2000 up 0.5% to start. Bitcoin starting out, turning red. ETH is up 2%. Solana is up 1%. XRP is up 1.88%. So far, just straight up action. Very nice wicks. Zoom in a bit. Good morning. What's up, Funny? What's up, Milad? I'm way more profitable on paper, but in action, I have huge problem with executing multiple trades at the same time. On MetaTrader 5, I just started forward testing. Maybe it's too early to judge it. Good morning, Barn. Good morning. Good to see you, my friend. What are you trying to do, Milad? Are you talking about copy trading, multiple accounts, or you talking about trading like long term and then scalping? Like having some contracts trading. What do you mean by multiple trades? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, it's just climbing. So far, straight up action. On the NQ 30 minute, the 100 MA 100 moving average is at 23,180. Have to see how that wants to move. Great weekend. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend as well. I've basically been surrounded by family. There's family over. They've been staying for the past week, 2 weeks. And they are still here, which I don't mind. The more the merrier. NQ starting the day, waking up 60 points. We're about to tap that pivot point, 23,133. See if we get there. Miss you when you were away. Appreciate you, Barn. Yeah, I didn't see you all. You may have been in here lurking, ninja watching, but I didn't see you in chat the past week. Appreciate you, man. So far, this is starting out very strong. Where's my news? Okay, so the Asian market synopsis for today. Asian markets showed a mixed but stabilized performance amid a rebounding U.S. stock futures driven by heightened expectations for Federal Reserve rate cuts following weak U.S. job data. Very weak U.S. job data. We had a very bad revisions. Very bad revisions. That's why the market wicked down Friday. U.S. S&P 500 futures rose 0.3% after Friday, 1.6% drop in the index, while Asian shares ended flat after initial 0.5% decline. The focus remains on Fed policy, with over 80% odds of a September rate cut and full pricing for another by year end. Some anticipate a 50 basis point move. And then the European stock market analysis, we're just waking up, boys. Waking up. Got above that pivot point. Next pivot point is at 23,169. NQ 30 minutes about to tap that 100 moving average on the NQ 30 minute. The RSI very overbought on the ES 1 minute, getting into there on the NQ 30 minute. Williams R 20 day is honestly still oversold on the NQ 30 minute, but a little overbought on the ES 1 minute. Depends. Google's up 1.66%, Tesla's up 2%, Nvidia's up 1.3%. The VIX is dropping. ATR's at 13. European market synopsis for today. European stocks clawed back some losses with cautious optimism as Fed rate cut expectations offset ongoing tariff concerns. The stock 600 index climbed 0.6%, led by banking sector gains. Though Swiss markets declined on US policy worries, traders are betting on Fed support to sustain recovery, mirroring Asian sentiment with similar odds for rate reductions. Swiss stocks fell amid Trump's 39% export tariff. EU to suspend trade countermeasures on the US by 6 months. We do have news in 23 minutes at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. EST, US factory orders month over month. That's the only red flash news we have. Also, US core durable goods. And then at 11:30 a.m. US 6 month and 3 month bill. So far, just straight up action from the NQ. Looking for this to go a little higher. Could be a day where it just keeps climbing though. NQ 30 minute about to tap the 100 moving average. I was on a holiday in Bali. Hey. All good, man. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Bali is stunning. We tapped that pivot point, started to pull back a little bit. We'll see what it wants to do. No, I invented a strategy that's very profitable, but in action can't execute 2 trades at the same time because my chart got messy and even network is freezing. Electricity is going out, many problems. But in back testing, it's heaven. I think I should use 2 monitors plus been great somewhere else. Disaster. Hey, you can only control what you can control, Mlad. Control the controllables, my friend. Sounds like you got a good strategy. Good morning, Jay Nash. Wow, that sucks. It's not great. Not great. Wish you a very nice green week, Chris. Appreciate it, Toby. Wish you all the best as well. Appreciate it, guys. Just trying to see how this wants to flip. MicroStrategy is flipping red. Amazon's flipping red. We have 5 minutes until the 15-minute opening range. Staying patient, chat. Staying patient. So far, it's rejecting the pivot point. This could just be straight up action today to 11:30, 12:30, 10:30. One of those. The volatility shouldn't be here today for too much longer. Probably going to be pretty slow action after 10:30. Just because it's a Monday off of very high news on Friday, Thursday, Wednesday of last week. There's not a lot of news on the docket. That could change if Trump starts tweeting. But this could be straight up action. Just go up a leg, consolidate, go down a little bit, go up a leg, consolidate. And then once the volatility is not there, that's probably going to consolidate very hard. OPEC output steady as Saudi curves offset UAE gain. Trump tweeted 40 minutes ago, last week jobs report was rigged just like the number prior to the presidential elections were rigged. That's why in both cases there was massive record-setting revisions in favor of the radical left Democrats. Those big adjustments were made to cover up and level out the fake political numbers that were concocted in order to make a great republic success look less stellar. I will pick an exponential replacement. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It's not about replacing Powell like he has every single day. I'm in with 2 contracts long, up 100, 200. Taking one off.
Order submitted.
Putting another break even. Beautiful. Up 100, 120, 140, 1 contract long. Looking to ride this all the way to that pivot point up there. Up 200. Up 10 points. Up 230. Up 250. Give me this max room, chat. Up 340, up 400, up 20 points. Scalping that, taking it at 440. Beautiful. We're up 583 to start. Rotating, rotating, rotating. How do I do this? You just begin. Took a step back to build up some capital and start trading on my laptop. So we'll be back in action soon. Just taking in all the info I can right now. Hey, sometimes you have to remove yourself. That's what I did a couple weeks ago. I just took the week. Sometimes you literally have to remove yourself. You're not seeing the market clearly. You just need a bird's eye view. And you really can't do that when you're in... when your mind's in all the action. You really need to just take a break, step back, get a bird's eye view, and then introspect. That's why I say when you guys record your trading, you need to wait a couple hours after trading. So record it, stop the recording, walk away, go do something else for a couple hours, then come back, introspect, review, review, review. Pivot point at 23,222. So far, NQ 30 minute getting above the 100 MA. Let me move the 200 SMA. NQ 30 minute 200 simple moving average is at 23,378. Move it to 77. By the time it gets there, it'll be there. If it goes. Morning legend. Bitcoin's up 0.5% now. ETH is up 3%. Appreciate the file, North. Appreciate you. Appreciate the file, mate. North. If I was just starting out, I have half a decade experience starting in 2020, 2021 during the AMC GME event, that conversion event. But if I didn't have that, if I was a beginner trader, I would start demo trading, start simulated trading, get the stats up, record all my trading, introspect after each day, like I just said, walk away, come back, introspect, review. Also watch people on YouTube that you actually like their trading styles, that mirror yours the best, or that you find entertaining, and take the best from them. You don't have to copy their entire strategy, but take the best from them and adapt it to your strategy as you so choose. Have an Excel spreadsheet where you write your winning trades, your losing trades, calculate the win rate, put that in there, calculate your open, your P&L for the day, then write a synopsis, like a sentence each day. And just have that on repeat. Just introspect, review. And that is how you begin, my friend. If you're smart. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say or do is financial advice. It's for entertainment, educational purposes only. Hold your own conviction, do your own strategy, and do what is best for your circumstances. Most importantly, chat, there are no missed opportunities, only the next one. No missed opportunities, only the next one. So far it's uptrending. We'll see how long they want to do this. Like I said, this could go until 10:30, 11:30, and then they may not have a significant pullback. They may not have a pullback. This is down, what, 2,000 points. The high was at 23,846. The low was at 22,778. So around 1,000 points, a little more. Okay, so far they broke through the 15-minute top orb. They tapped it, gaining that support. It looks like it's about to test it again. If this 15-minute top orb breaks, maybe I'll take it short. They could bounce off it as support. So far, it's just straight up action. Go up a leg, consolidate, go up a leg, consolidate, go up a leg, consolidate. They might do that all the way to the NQ 30-minute 200 SMA, 200-day period, simple moving average. Nvidia climbing up. Nvidia's up 1.64%. Tesla's coming up. Google's coming up. Microsoft's coming up. Meta's coming up. Apple's up 1.7%. Meta's up 2%. Microsoft's up 2%. Amazon flipped green, is up 0.2% now. Google's up 2.33%. Tesla's up 2%. Nvidia's up 1.6%. Russell 2000 is up 0.9%. The Dow's up 0.8%. The VIX is coming down. VIX is at 18.11, down 11% for the day. The volatility index. Gabriel, I cannot tell you that. Where should I put 1K right now? I cannot give you any financial advice, my friend. There is no easy way out in life. Very few people get lucky. It takes a lot of hard work, discipline, and pattern recognition. And just consistent reps over and over and over and over and over. And then maybe once you build up the skill, pattern recognition, then you can get lucky. All right, we're tapping that 15-minute orb. See if we break it or if it bounces off for support. Could break back into the range. Draw a fib. It's holding it for now. We'll just remove this. Testing the 15-minute top orb. Appreciate the follow, Enzo. Appreciate you. Go chat. Chris, do you think 70 pips as raw spread is a norm in scalp trading, or the broker is suck? See, the problem is you're in a different country than me, and you're having all these problems. You really just what country are you in? What country are you in? On NASDAQ? 50% for micro is pretty standard. 50 to 75. Sometimes 25, 30. And then 2.5 for minis. I believe. I really don't pay attention to the commission. I think we're gonna get support off this 15-minute orb. Alright, so it says for the mini contracts, $1 to $3 per contract. So I'm right in there. $1 to $3 per contract. And then for micros, it says around 10 cents per micro contract. They Take Profit may have that edged up. I swear it was 25 cents. Sure, it's right though. So far it's popping. It's popping like it's hot. And one contract. I'm going to, this is going to be a big stop. It's going to be a 25, 30 point stop. I'm betting off the support off the 15-minute orb. Also, thank you, 30-minute climbing above the 100 MA. We're up 50, up 60. I'll move it break even once it's up like 10, 20 points. ES is breaking the high, up 160, up 180. Momentum is dying out a little bit. We're above that pivot point. Pivot point of 23,222. Just start with one. Putting a stop because it's a little risky. Nvidia is coming up. The markets are coming up. The volatility is with it. ES create a higher high and Q create a higher high. This could flush down here. Tapping that pivot point, we want to see a bounce. Thank you, 5-minute looking weak. Again, guys, I'm betting on a grind up. Little move up, consolidation, little move up. I'm betting on no pullbacks today, at least for the time being. So far, it's pulling back a little bit. Breaking that pivot point, that's not good. That is not good, chat. We have a 30-point stop off that 15-minute orb. Top of it. Could have scalped it, decided not to. We'll be down like 500. Not the end of the world. I had to put some risk on. Trading with trend so far. I like that. If they can make a move here, it's very good. There'll be a manipulation laid down, send this up. I love it. If they can make it. Since they did that, I'm moving stop right below the pivot point. 7-point stop now. Up 100, 150, 160, up 200, one contract. Make the move. Wake up, bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce. Now moving stop break even. Beautiful risk-free trade. Up 200. We're going to wait and give this max room. Give this 10, 20 point trail up. See if thank you 30-minute can get to the 200 SMA. Looks like it's just going to pull back and stop us out. Could take it right now. We're up 170, up 200. Could just scalp it, decide to put and leave it on. Put it to the paces. Come on, go up, go up, go up. Up 100. I mean, up 250, up 300. One contract long. Hesitating, chat. Hesitating. I'm going to secure some. Securing 8 points. Up 300. 10-point stop. Wake up. Up 300, up 350. Come on. Moving it up a little bit. Securing 10 points, up 400, 500. Moving it up. Securing 13 points, up 500. Securing 30 points. Rotating. If I had more contracts, I would try that up with at least one. The problem is it was hesitating a little too much before that move. That's due to volatility dying because it's almost 10 a.m. Lackluster news. Also, guys, news in 20 seconds. News in 20 seconds. News in 20 seconds. Red flash news. Be careful, be careful, be careful. U.S. factory orders month over month. Red flash news in 10 seconds, chat. 10 seconds. Be careful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be careful. So far, just a little volatility spike. Yeah, it's pulling back a little bit. Little bearish wicks. Barn is 420 up for the day so far. Good job. Appreciate you, the real. Appreciate you. I almost forgot about it. Luckily I remembered, but thankfully you remembered as well. I'm liking the bigger screen. Ooh. Appreciate it, Norman. Pop, like, and please don't drop. What's up, Bonnie? Iran. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell after you subscribe if you want to know when I'm live every single day at 9:30 a.m. EST, trading the market. Trading the market, chat. Stalling. That's why I got out. Because if you guys didn't know, you're on the regular YouTube stream. Right here, where I placed the trade on this candle, it just hesitated too much. And you can kind of tell in the volatility, the price action is getting exhausted. So we may have a consolidation leg for 20, 30 minutes, and then it makes a move. Could be an hour, could be the rest of the day. I do not know if we'll get any significant pullback. Kind of the price action we're getting. The news is bad, but it made a 1,000-point move. It could continue down. US factory orders month over month came in as expected, negative 4.8%. Previously, they were 8.2%. US core durable goods revised came in as expected. Core durable goods came in as expected. The regular durable goods came in a little negative, came in at negative 9.4%, expect to be 9.3%. Next news on the docket, the only thing I have on my docket is in an hour and a half at 11:30 a.m. EST, US 6-month and 3-month bill. They'll create a little volatility, but nothing of significance. Well, Toby, every single day is starting now. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. We're back for now, Toby. We're back for now. Stalling. Appreciate the follow, T9. Appreciate the follow, Carlo. Appreciate you. We're stalling out. Bitcoin's ramping up. What is Trump tweeting, if any? Swiss government, we're not considering any countermeasures against the U.S. at this point. We're determined to make a more attractive offer to the U.S. Come on, chat. Come on. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Is this going up or down? A lot of people think this is going to continue up. Short stream is a little mixed. 52% up, 48% down. Ooh. Appreciate the rail. Appreciate you. SLV got some bad 5-minute candles. 5-minute candles. Yeah, we do have some bad 5-minute candles. Problem is, I think this is just going to continue up for the time being. Everything's just propped. Nvidia's up 2.1%, Tesla's up 2.6%, Google's up 2.6%. Amazon about to flip red, it looks like, but still green. Microsoft's up 2.2%, Meta's up 1.7%, Apple's up 1.9%, Netflix is up 1.15%, MicroStrategy's up 3.5%, Palantir's up 3.2%, AF goes up 2.5%, AMD's up 3%. Trying to stay patient, chat. We have that pivot point at 23,276. We'll see. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Is anyone going against market right now? Is anyone doing shorts? Type of 1 if you are shorting and going against trend. Type of 1, type of 1, type of 1. Malad thinks it's going down. Very interesting. Malad is going against market. Good luck, Malad. Good luck, luck, luck. You may have this may have bullish momentum until the 2-hour SMA. So far, volatility is only one direction, just up, 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 and away. Sai is going against market. What would you do with 6K? If I got 6K from social media, just through that avenue, through donations, everything else, likewise, I would just upgrade this stream. New camera, probably better background stuff. Probably that's not enough to delegate too much responsibility, but I may have someone make shorts. Just upgrade the stream. What did you say, Shadow? What did you say? Oh man, hopefully you guys are all right. What the hell is this rally? Crazy as hell. Use a clips tool for shorts, so much easier. Like what, Legend? Like one of the automators? Yeah, I've tried Appa's clips, but to be fair, it was like a year ago or 2 years ago. They could be better now. Appa's is okay now. May have to check it out. We're pulling back to that pivot point. 23,222. 222. We'll see. Nvidia's coming down. Amazon's flipping red. Been training for over a year now. Your content keeps me going. Any chance you could bless me with a 50K funded next challenge would mean the world. Respect anyway. Appreciate it, Leaky. Over a year, my friend. I am getting a payout from YouTube soon. It's nothing crazy. It's only a couple $100 from just AdSense and primarily just donations. So I could give that back. and do a giveaway soon. We need to get bigger, chat. We need to get bigger. I have so many ideas. So many ideas, like the live trading tournament with you guys for a prize pool. We need to grow. Hopefully you're all right, Leaky. A year is you're finding a little rhythm, but you're probably over cocky, over greedy still dealing with fear. So just calm down, stay consistent, and just slow down. Do what is best for you, though. Hopefully you're doing well. Back to your stream, been busy trading alone. What's up, NFT? Hopefully you've been doing all right. The last couple days have been pretty crazy. BitIQ. Okay. Yeah, I've tried all of them a couple years ago, and last year they weren't really that good. I could try them again. I'll check them out, Legend. Appreciate you. I would live like king with a couple $100. Yeah. Do you think NQ will fill the gap from today this week? It really depends what this Russia Trump news, what comes of it. Trump sending the nuclear submarines through them. That's not a good indication of where this is going to go. The escalation of conflict is here and real. Just depends. Depends how uncertain times are going to get. Depends what Trump tweets. What's silver sitting at? Silver's coming up, metal's coming up, so that's not a good sign. Metals usually come up when in times of war, times of uncertainty. There is a war going on, obviously Russia, Ukraine for the past couple of years, Israel, Gaza, etc., etc. But that coming up, that means times are very uncertain. Metals usually come up when times are very uncertain, and in times of war, just when people want to move away from the dollar, equities going to metals. But also that stuff is heavily manipulated. Also, the price down. Australia to choose Japan proposal for next gen frigates. Details are to be finalized with Mutashabi, Heavy, and others. Is this a lower high? Higher high? Higher low? Is this a lower high? And it's just gonna flush down. Don't know. You see divergence, Malad? What type of divergence do you see, my friend? ES and NQ are kind of mirroring each other right now. They're coming up. See, I really don't want to short this, but I may take a stab at it. If this flips in the next candle or two, I may. To be honest, I think this is going to keep doing legs up, consolidation, leg up, consolidation, but I may take a stab at it. Amazon is red. The main ones are holding up though. If this creates a higher high, I'm definitely not touching it. It's starting to get bullish. On the MACD, divergence on the MACD. High of day at 20,264. Looks like the market wants to wick right through it. We have that pivot point at 22,276. Starting to prop up. This is probably a consolidation zone. That's technically a lower high. You may get a wake up. ES create a higher high. The ES create a higher high. We'll see. Appreciate the follow, Carl. Appreciate you guys. We're getting close to 6,000 subscribers, chat. We're probably gonna hit this stream. Only 70 away. Nvidia, Tesla, Google holding pretty well. Microsoft, Meta, Apple holding pretty well. MicroStrategy coming up. Palantir coming up. As you can see, volatility has come down quite a bit. VIX is coming down. I think the ATR is starting to come down. ATR is currently at 18.67. Average true range is just what I use for the volatility to gauge how quick the candles are going to move, how everything's going to be, the moves, how violent they're going to be, etc. Just the volatility in the market, ATR. AQ5 man looks like it's gonna pop. AQ5 man, it's starting to look bearish. It's starting to get a little volatile. The percentages on the stocks are moving quite a bit. Could get a wick up here. How are you doing, chat? How are you doing? Type your P&Ls in chat. Type how are you guys doing? Have you won one trade, lost one? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? We'll run a poll in a minute, but hopefully you guys are doing well. This straight up action is sometimes hard to read, especially if you're going against it. It's just, if you guys didn't know this was going to be like straight up action or straight down action with no significant reversal, it is a Monday after very heavy news. Monday has very little news on the docket. The only news on the docket, as you can see, is right here. This is August 4th. This is all we have on the docket. U.S. factory orders, corridor of goods, and then at 11:30, in a little bit of time, in an hour and 10 minutes, we have 6-month bill, 3-month bill. That is it. Also, the crypto and fear greed index came out. That came out 64 out of 100 greed. Fear and greed index for the stock market came out 57 out of 100 greed. If you guys did not know this action, the pattern, this is kind of a patterns that repeats after FOMC. FOMC week, the unemployment, employment, jobs, revision, how negative that was from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Very high news week last week. Coming into this week, not really a news-filled day. So it's going to be low volatility, and a lot of the time it likes to do just this. After a big move, either up or down, it starts downtrending with no significant reversal and just leg down or leg up. In this case, leg up, consolidation, leg up, consolidation, leg up, consolidation. Then at around 10, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, depends. Just depends sometimes, but then we get the big consolidation, and then it either comes down, goes up, or just consolidates to close. It's kind of how these days play out. Legend 1.5k 1-2 trades, good stuff. Yeah, you just held your trades longer than me, Legend. Because you're a legend, my friend. Barn is 730 down. Bad gold trade. Not great. Not great, my friend. It's not. Oof. Were you trying to short gold, Barn, or no? Called the dip, kept going down. Malad short now. Good luck, Malad. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I almost did it. I almost short this and put a stop right at the high. I almost did it. Decided not to. Just yet. Yeah, I hate when that happens, Barn. Sometimes the markets want to manipulate you out, though. So you'll have a key level, you'll buy at that key level, or perhaps a little wick through, and then it'll even wick further than that. 20, 30 points, 50 points. Yeah, I would not have expected that. Peter, I do not trade Forex. My stop is on high, but I'm targeting varied points. Kept going down, yeah. Can't see buying without a big pullback, and don't trust buying at the top. Well, so far the short is the only thing that looks pretty good. But NQ 30 minutes above the VWAP, volume weighted average price, above the 100 MA, 100-day moving average. ES is above the 200 SMA, VWAP, 100 MA. See that 21 EMA though? 21 exponential moving average. NQ is about to tap it. What's up, Mark? We're 100% win rate right now. We're up 1,000, maybe a little more. Across two accounts, we have 583 in one, 469 in the other. It's been very good. Read the market like a book today so far. That could change. Read it like a book, at least to start. And that is just pure experience. Pure time in market, just seeing the pattern after FOMC week over and over again on Monday. JSJ, hey Chris, explain accumulation zones a bit. You mean consolidation zones? I guess people call them accumulation zone. So I'm assuming you mean this, the consolidation zone we're in right now. This is a higher low, by the way. Appreciate it, Mark. Appreciate you stopping by, seeing what's up. I'll answer in a minute on them. I think it's coming way down. Fib point all overextend already. Yeah, the problem is there's very little news, very low volatility. Accumulation point, I'm assuming you meaning this consolidation. The market's just consolidating back and forth. The buyers, you can think of it as a war. Think of it as two sides battling. So you have your warrior here, you have your warrior here. People are propping up each warrior. In this case, it's longs and shorts. People buying and selling. They're battling at a pretty key point right here. You have a pivot point right here as well at 23,244. There's a pivot point in here. It's just battling, consolidation, accumulating, and people are also accumulating liquidity in these consolidation zones. The algorithms are scalping a point here, a point there, and just rapidly, like boom, 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 boom. Like if you saw the market orders, they would they would look pretty crazy because the algorithms of institutions, of some retail big players are just scalping this consolidation like crazy. Also manipulating it down to a certain level, manipulating up if some are aligned or not, but just key points. Think of it simplistically, two sides battling, longs and shorts, or if you want to buy and sell, they're battling constantly up and down. And then think of key points. So let's go here. Let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so if you guys can see this, I went to the 3-hour chart, so this is more visually appealing. There's a pivot point about right here with this candle high over here, this candle high over here, this consolidation zone. You just think of it a lot of touch points, and then over here as well, this bottom candle, and then also coincides with some of this. Just think of it as a lot of touch points, a lot of consolidation. Pivot point at 23,255 on the 3-hour chart. But if you go to lower time frames, it's actually a little lower than that. You have a pivot point about it's pretty close. Get exact. I would peg it here. I would peg it at like 22,240, 44, but somewhere in that 10-point range. So that's what it's consolidating. Now, if it breaks above that and claims it as support, then we're probably likely going to this NQ 30-minute 200 SMA, or at least the next touch point, which is at, it's somewhere in this range, 23,330 to 23,320. But nothing is 100%, chat. Nothing is 100%. But in these accumulation zones or consolidation zones, the buyers of institutions, of algorithms, are accumulating liquidity to move to their side, however they want to move. and they are battling each other as well. And then you have market makers, and it can get complicated, but that's a pretty simplified version. SLV going straight up. Silver going straight up, eh? Barn, SLV is silver, right? I've never traded metals, but I'm assuming. Good stuff. Is it true that big whales accumulate the market so they can avoid slippage? What are those lines? They're pivot points. So just key levels. Key levels I got off the NQ 30 minute. And then this is a fib. So the high of the run, low of the run, if it finishes here. Excuse me. If it finishes here. So far we're waking down like it's going to reject. NQ 5 minute looks like it's going to reject having that pivot point. But it's low volatility, low consolidation. So we'll see. How to put key levels on chart? You have to draw them. So on Ninja Trader, at the top of your chart, there's a drawing tool, and then you go to horizontal line, then you draw that. It's different per chart, different per chart. You guys are liking the real raw trading, transparent trading. I'm trying to give you guys what I can, educate you as best as possible, but I can only go so far because I can't give any financial advice, etc., etc. I can only talk you through what I would personally do. If you guys are enjoying the real, transparent, raw, live trading, not just videos, not just shorts, please smash that like button. Likes are looking pretty weak. Also follow, subscribe to the channel. We're reigning and getting close on 6,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, chat. Yep. Okay, appreciate it, Barn. Appreciate you, Barn. Milan, my target is 23,046. Plus I locked some profits now. Milad, you're probably trading with the micros, yeah? Or are you trading with minis? One last question, Chris. I'm confused. The VWAP is just the volume weighted average price. So, I mean, it's right in the name, volume weighted. So the weight of the volume in the time period, average price. So where the price should be based on the volume. So just think of it where the price should be based on the volume. I'm on Forex. Oof. JSG, you can ask whatever you want. And how to use it? I mean, there's so many different strategies, but essentially it's just a key indicator, key support resistance levels in most cases, and a lot of traders use it to gauge where the market's going to go. Like for instance, the ES is above the VWAP right now. It's also above the 200 SMA. So the VWAP is this yellow line. I have a yellow, you can have it whatever you want. The 200 SMA is purple for me, and the 100 MA is blue. So the ES is propping above that, consolidating above that, gaining support above that. Also on the NQ 30 minute, the VWAP right here, 100 MA, 200 SMA, it's above the volume weighted average price. So based on the volume, this is where the price should be. This is where the price should be based on the volume. Now, does market have to go to it? No, it does not. It can keep going up, and the VWAP will follow. So it's just an indicator. I have the RSI, Williams R 20 day, a couple others. VWAP, 200 SMA, 100 MA on both the ES NQ 30 minute chart. And then on Ninja Trader, I execute on the NQ 2 minute chart with the 21 EMA, and then the NQ 5 minute with the 21 EMA as well. And then I have the stocks with their indicators. Hold on. Okay. Right here. This is very crucial. This is something that very few traders do this, but I do it. I just learned it works best. You look at the percentages. So right now, Nvidia is finding some consolidation, trying to go up. And then you just look at all the percentages of the key stocks. There's a personal watch list I have, and it's very key just to see trend of day, etc. Thanks, Chris, for giving your valuable time, mate. Lots of love from Sydney, Australia. Hey, shout out Sydney, Australia. You know, I watched that candy channel in Australia. That candy, they make they pour the hot stuff on the stainless steel and then they mix it around till it, and they make candies. I watched that. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure you've been there. To be fair, they could have been in Melbourne. Oh man, what's up, Gabber? Man, oh man, loan NQ at 22,901 last night. Too bad I closed at 940. Yeah, we've scalped a couple of 20 points today. 20, 30, 40 points. We called it lollies. Yeah, lollies. Yep. I forget the name of the shop. I'm sure you guys know. Amazon is coming lower and lower. What time do you start your streams in the morning? 9:30 a.m. EST. 9:30 a.m. EST. Market open. Appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, I think so, Gapper. I believe so. I literally read market like a book today. Read it like a book. Read it like a book. ATR is coming down, volatility is coming down. The VIX is ramping up, actually. All right, let's see, chat. Let's see. See if Trump tweeted anything, if we got any news. You're short to 65 though. Gonna add if it breaks a bit. Yeah, it is. The volatility is definitely dying out for the longs. Could just consolidate here for the next hour till 11, 11:30, 12:30, then make its move. ES is trying to make the move now though. Tired getting out at 225 but missed it. Tried getting out. 23. Well, you may have an opportunity here. Consolidation is definitely not good for you though. Getting beat up on my usual weekend 3DT. Malad is short again. Malad, you did you just take 10, 20, 30 points? Or did you get fear mongered out of your position? Did you close the position based on emotion? You were too emotional, so you closed it? Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully you closed it because you were in profit, 20, 30 points. Hopefully you didn't get fear mongered out. Never want to be in them positions. When you start letting emotion dictate your trading, you are in a bad predicament. What's up, Wisdom? You're in with the Iron Fly? Gappa, gappa. Gappa, gappa, bombappa, fee, fi, momappa. Bombappa. Look at her. Come on, chat. The weekend is an Iron Fly with 30 point wing it. 30 point wing it. 30 point wings. All right, Gapper. You may have a chance. Oh man, these guys on kick. Guys are kick are brutal, chat. The more consolidates here, more there is for a potential bounce. We'll see, we'll see. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to break that pivot point, chat. We'll see. Ed, and Eddie. My fave guy is surfing the markets. Good morning. What's up, Eddie? You secured. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't use pips, Milad. I use points and then ticks. But it's what? It's 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 100 pips per point or something like that. So you secure like 18 points, 19 points. I secured my second trade. Appreciate you, Milad. We're about to break through that pivot point. If it flushes here, it's pretty good. Pretty good for the bull bearish case. 23,222. Trying to break that pivot point. Gapper says there it is, but this could be a false break. It could prop above that pivot point and then prop up, wake up. It really needs to break. If you're in short here, it needs to break this pivot point. So far it's broke it, but it could reclaim it very fast. And Q5 man looks like it wants to drop to the 20 man. A lot of people think this is coming up. Looks like it may reject. What do you guys think of the situation with Trump? Trump sending the 2 nuclear submarines in near Russia, near Ukraine. What do you guys think about that? Thoughts? Thoughts, chat? Thoughts? Definitely an escalation of conflict. Everyone's saying Trump was pro-Russia. Well, he's ramping it up. He's probably gonna, the deadline is coming to an end in like 8 or 10 days, 6 to 10 days, something like that. He gave them a 12-day period a while ago. We are pulling back, it looks like. I'm not in a trade currently, unknown. Waiting. Amazon's down 1%. Tesla coming down a bit. GameStop turning red. Gapper got out at 215 from 261. Good job. Very solid stuff. 46 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. See, the ES may want to flush to the 100 MA, VWAP, 200 SMA, NQ30 may want to flush down to the 100 MA, VWAP. It could continue to prop here though. Depends how they want to do this. Subs are always a good deterrent. Usually no one knows where they are. 9 knots to nowhere. Eddie said Trump will do anything to manipulate the markets. Well, I bet the submarines are not with cores inside anyway. You talking about nuclear missiles? Core nuclear missiles, I'm assuming. No, it's not, but looking like gonna lose a bunch of money on this SPAC, on the S&P 500, Ironfly tranches. You know what I think it is? Trump sending them 2 nuclear submarines. Everyone, including Putin and his advisors, have been saying Trump won't do it, Trump won't do it. And even Trump himself said he has a hard out. And he's just showing that he's willing to do military operations if needed. Inside of Russia, Ukraine, and I'm sure Russia, if they haven't already, are responding with max violence, saying, as they usually do, bring it on, just egging it on. Let's do World War III then, let's go nuclear, etc., etc. They're just egging it on. But even they don't want to do that. They're just doing that mostly for show. Just interesting. Trump may be doing it for negotiation purposes, because everyone thinks he won't do a military operation. He said it himself inside of Russia, so he may just be sending them to say, I am willing to do this, we better negotiate, get a deal ASAP. Now, will it work? I don't know. He's probably going to sanction them if they don't come to an agreement that he likes in the next 10 days or whenever the deadline is. He's probably going to sanction them. The Senate or the House passed that the restrictions, right, on Russia to prop down their oil, the sanctions, etc. And it's just on Trump's desk awaiting. That tsunami was going off underwater, but we'll believe the story on the news. Oof. I don't know, FL, I don't know. No, my friend. We have news in 40 minutes. US 6-month to 3-month bill. Trying to wait, chat, trying to wait. Trying to stay patient, no overtrading, no fear of missing out. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. No missed opportunities, only the next one. Got above that pivot point, got above the 21 EMA, about to test the 21 EMA again. It's either going to prop here, or it's going to drop. It could stay in the consolidation zone as well. So a little unknown. ES created a higher high though. NQ wicking straight below the 21 EMA. Oh, gap are shorting again. How is the Boeing strike going to affect things? Boeing strike? I don't even think I've heard of it. Hold on. Boeing had another. Can you take 1 sec, look at the ETH pair and tell us your bias short term? What are you talking about, Sai? I don't really follow Boeing. I don't follow their stocks. I don't know what you're talking about. How is the Boeing strike going to affect things? Well, all the Boeing crashes, especially that one major one in Venezuela or wherever it was, is significantly the sentiment for flying cannot be lower. I can tell you that. The general person does not want to fly. 1 minute ago from Trump, Truth Social, India is not only buying massive amounts of Russian oil, they are then for much of the oil purchase selling it on the open market for big profits. They don't care how many people in Ukraine are being killed by the Russian war machine. Because of this, I will be substantially raising the tariff paid by India to the US. Okay. Talking about Elizabeth Warren, how she's a loser. He's talking about Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there. It's for she was booed at the Super Bowl and became no longer hot. The tide has seriously turned. Being woke is for losers. That's kind of funny. No, I'm not, JSG. I've never been to Australia. What's up, Australia? Australia. What's up, Tom? Oh, ETH. Well, ETH's up 4% currently. It may consolidate at this level for the next month and then get a prop up. It also could tank here. Ethereum is at pretty key level. If it drops below 3,358. If ETH drops below 3,358, this could be heading towards the downside pretty significantly. Towards yeah. But it's in a good consolidation zone. It may consolidate here for a month, then make a move. Bitcoin. This could be a low for Bitcoin. Bitcoin could prop up here. It also could drop down like 103,000. That would probably be better for the long-term bullish case. But short-term, it could rise pretty hard. But eventually it's gonna come down threefold, like it always does. It goes up to So the pattern is it goes up to 30,000 Bitcoin, goes down to 6,000 or 8,000. Then it goes up to 64,000, comes down to like 18, 24,000. Then goes up to 100, comes down to 70. But mainstream adoption is happening. The banks are putting it in more and more. JP Morgan, Coinbase just had a deal. Governments are starting to adopt it, US being one of the first ones. Then the rest will follow. It'll be mainstream. It already kind of is. But if you ask the general person in your family, how do you buy Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? What is ETH? Do you know about crypto? They have no holdings whatsoever. Kind of like the stock market though. You ask the general person, all they have is the 401k, etc., etc. They really won't know anything about the stock market. They don't know where it is most of the time, what it did the current day. They only read the headlines like market's down 8,000 points, then they start worrying about the retirement, etc., etc. We'll see. Cindy Sweeney. Barn back to the 360 profit, $1,000 trade. Have a good night, Chris. Good night, Barn. Appreciate you, Barn. Good stuff, man. Clawed your way back. You were down 700 and something. Now you're up 360. Good stuff, man. Clawed your way back. I love that. You persevered through resistance, my friend. I love to see that. Love to see that. Good stuff, Barn. Appreciate you. Bro, give me $10 for trading. Give me $10. Sad, you give me $10. You give me $10. You give me $10. Thank you, 5 minute, 21 May, getting respected currently. Also, I'm thinking of ramping up membership videos for the insiders. If you want to become an insider, link is below. Join the membership, become an insider, get access to behind the scenes info. Also, a lot of info is about to be released to you guys. If you're just a regular member also, but mainly for the premium plus. But I'll make sure you guys are taken care of regardless of what tier. I'm gonna really put some behind the scenes stuff, and some stuff's about to drop. Nothing to do with the simulator just yet, nothing to do with the mentorship, but something else. I think you guys are going to be pretty stoked, and you guys are going to get first access and just certain benefits other people don't get. So if you want all that, you want behind the scenes access. Also, I'm going to start doing analysis more, just possibly on your guys' trades and just where the market is in general. Just quick short videos, 1 minute, and that's what I'm kind of thinking. So if you want that, you want the behind the scenes access, become a member, become an insider. Link is below. We are propping up a bit. This could be a very weird head and shoulders. Could continue to prop down. Mark, it's $4.99 for the first tier, $9.99 for the second premium tier, and then expert is $24.99. It's just on YouTube. You click my profile and then you click join, or the link is below. And you can go over the levels. You get access. The first tier gives you access to emojis behind the scenes, access on posts, polls. Just you get to kind of move the channel. I'll ask you guys questions. What emoji? What do you think about this? What do you think the market's going to do here? Do you think we should do this on stream, this off stream? Do you think I should create this video, etc.? Also, you guys are going to have access to something that is dropping soon, before everyone else. Also, the emojis: Trump emoji, Elon emoji, Jerome Powell emoji, which is my favorite, Bitcoin emoji, Caroline Levitt. I mean, we got stacked lineup of emojis. And we can almost add another one in a couple members. Do you also trade on a personal account or only funds? Peter, on stream, I only trade prop firm accounts. But I have a Fidelity account. I also have a Fidelity Roth RA. But that's for more long term. I also have a Webull, but I haven't touched that in years. But the Fidelity normal account and Webull have margin as well. I don't really tap into margin that often, but when I do, chat. Appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, there'll be better stuff to join. You'll see. I think a lot of people are going to join soon. I have some things in the works. Plus, we really need to start ramping up the videos. I have a lot of ideas for the videos. We really need to get quality ramped up though. Just the quality of editing, which is just more time. So far, NQ 30 minute, NQ 5 minute, NQ 5 minute, 21 EMA is holding so far. ATR is ramping up. It's at 20. I'm out, buddy. Got to work on the 89 Chevy today. Appreciate your time. Hopefully you're doing well. I know you're demo trading still in Ninja Trader. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're finding the patterns. The video is coming down a little bit. Code link should be below. Let me see. Yeah, it's the memberships. If you can't see it, you can click my profile and click join. Click join. But it should be the first link in the description, memberships. Unless it's glitched. Could be glitched. Let me see. No, it's the first link. A little hard to join. You just gotta copy and paste. It's probably easier if you're on YouTube Shorts to just go to the channel. Alright, let's get active. The volatility is very low right now. That is a 40-point bounce off the NQ 5 minute 21 EMA. Trying to get above the pivot point. Pivot point at 23,222. So far, it's rejecting it. It can prop. It can prop, chat. Yeah, I think we still have a bullish case. I'm gonna predict 23,375. It could just consolidate here, to be fair. Could just consolidate. Let's move that down 5 points. 23,370. Appreciate code. We'll see, Gapper. I kind of see this going up as well. It's consolidated nicely. If we can get above this consolidation zone, could go. But if it doesn't, then the ES is likely going to flush down to the VWAP 200 SMA and NQ 30-minute VWAP as well. But I'm kind of seeing a bullish case, which it'd be hilarious if this wicked down 100 points. Trump raising tariffs on India. ChatGPT sees active users to 700 million for 500 million in the last year. Wow. Wow. German finance minister Klingbeil, I am positive that there is a deal, but there's a lot to clarify with the US. We were too weak in negotiations. We'll see, Turo. We'll see. So far, the volatility is pretty low, but I'm still here. Still here. Still have energy. Still want to trade. Still love trading. But if that changes, then perhaps not. All right, this looks like it's going to flush down. Be careful. ES is probably going to go to the 100 MA at least. At least. Appreciate you always being here, Turo. Appreciate you. Beautiful, beautiful. Malad is shorting. Malad says beautiful. Send it down 1,000 points right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, Malad, you are really against the grain, my friend. You're living in Iran and you are day trading. Actually, very impressive how you did not let circumstances of your life like dictate you, or you didn't succumb to them. It's very impressive. Very I respect it a lot. Respect it a lot. Do not succumb to the whims of your circumstances, your environment. Actually, very impressive. Work. Joshua said work. Gabber says, come on, 179. 50% fib is at 23,170. We have a pivot point at 23,169. So far, this is just grinding down. I don't know, chat. I don't know. So in other news, Sydney Sweeney, eh? What do you guys think? Do you think that ad was racially motivated or not? I think American Eagle is loving the publicity. I mean, they just bought themselves another 5 years of just solid sales, just growth in the company, more customers for at least the next 3 to 5 years. Gabber says either going to get stopped at 241 or get my 179. Yeah, that's where I was at. Yes, Friday or Thursday. No, people these days just looked to be outraged over stupid shit. Yeah. Pretty much. I think it was a very clever wordplay. Very clever wordplay by American Eagle. And then they picked the just the right actress. After Euphoria, the TV show, Sydney Sweeney has just been like constant, just back and forth controversy on both the left, both the right, and it's just a good mix. Good mix. More from the left, but the right wing, when Euphoria came out, the right wing kind of went off on her being fully nude, etc., etc. So it has a good mix. Has a good mix of controversy, sensationalism. I'm not guessing. I spent half of decades on building my strategy. I just entering when my strategy says. I don't use any news, by the way. I'm respecting for your energy and your mood. God bless you. Appreciate it, Milad. Very kind words. Appreciate you. The hard part is finding an edge in the market. True. Very true. Other things will be good at the end. We may have an opportunity. Has a lot of coil here, chat. Has a lot of coil. Could be the start of uptrend as well if it breaks. But it has a lot of coil right here. It's also respecting the NQ 5-minute 21 EMA. Could be faking up and just wick this down. Trying to stay patient, wait for the correct entry. Yeah, finding an edge in the market, Milad, is definitely not easy. It takes a lot of years. Unless you are just, you see it early. Some people get it right away. But they're probably very high IQ. Very high IQ indeed. Intelligent quotient. Battling. Yep, the Bears and Bulls are battling right now. 100%. Boom, 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 boom. The video is coming up. May have some more bullish legs. It could also, this kind of head and shoulders pattern in a way. So they could just be fake manipulating, propping it up, and they're gonna wick this down pretty hard. That's why I'm trying to wait for confirmation. Trying. Took me years to get it, yeah. Just like anything in life, to get an edge, to lessen the knowledge gap in anything. Running, any sport, any business, career endeavor, coding, writing, whether that be books, screenplays, comics, comedy, Whatever it may be, there is a knowledge gap that you need to squander. You need to get rid of that knowledge gap as soon as possible. I'm starting to think they're just propping this up to send this lower. It's hesitating a little too much. We may have another leg down for this props. Amazon's down 1.2%. AQ5 minute 20 May, it's trying to reject it. Gabber says, unfortunately, I made my first trade around 17 years old in 1999 under my mom's account, made like 1,000 bucks and thought it was super easy. Ended up losing, like all trades after. Gapper, of course, it was around .com bubble, so that didn't help, yeah. But you gain a lot of experience. What's up, Miguel? Hey. How was the first day of the week? 100% win rate. Only 2 trades so far, though. Kind of to be expected. How many points did we secure? Only around 10. Oh, no, we traded here. We had 2 contracts in here. Took 1 for 10. And then, what is that? 95. Took 35 points here with the other. Not bad. Back here. Took 2. Took 1 out at around 10 points. Took the other at 25, 30 points. With the first account. And then the next account, we secured. What is that? 50. 25 points. Just 1 con. We're up 1,000 across 2. Not bad. I expected today to be slow, to be honest. Did expect it to be slow. Yeah, it's a great start to the week. Let's see if we can continue it. Gapper IMO, this thing has just ran up way much from overnight. Those bulls in early are gonna want the profit. Yep. The gap, Friday's close is at 22,883. 22,883. This is gapped up. What is that? 320 points. So this could tank a lot further. How you doing, Miguel? How you doing? You doing good? Are you trading yet, or are you still regular work? Amazon's coming down. I'm surprised at how Google, Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Nvidia are holding. Apple up 1.75%. Meta up 2.5%, Microsoft up 1.8%, Google up 2.1%, Tesla up 1%, Nvidia up 2.1%. Miguel doing good, just got home from work, ready for it? Oof. Ready for the madness of the markets. If the ES rejects this 100 MA, it's probably going to the VWAP with some hiccups along the way, but thank you. 5 minutes, 21 EMA trying to be reclaimed. Let's see, chat.
Order filled.
It was one short, could have got manipulated, so I'm gonna put a stop
Submitted.
right above the wicks. I don't want it to go any higher than that. Looking for a wick down. It needs to reject the 38.2% fib. This could wick up, test 20 EMA, then go in. I'll rejoin. I do not want this to reclaim the NQ 5 minute 21 EMA. I want it to stay below and wick down. Could have hesitation, wake up, then wick down, manipulate up, then come down. Gotta be ready for anything. That's why I put a stop. Could not put a stop and be fine, but looking for the wick down. Down 25, down 50, one contract short. Looking for the rejection. It could prop here. We may get stopped out. I'll rejoin if we do. Down 80, down 100, one contract short. QQ closes gap already. It may go down some more. Yeah, that's what I'm taking a bet on. Kind of may wake up though. Nvidia's always strong. We need Nvidia prop down. We need Meta prop down a little bit, just a little bit. Trying to prop. ES did get below the 100 MA. I'm not going to give this any more room. 14-point stop. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. It's only one con. One wick down. Down 50, down 75, looking for rejection. Down 4 points, down 2 points. Looking for the wick down. ES trying to prop up. 55 minute, about to test the 20 EMA. We're about to be stopped out. Down 200, down 250.
Order filled.
And now for 280 loss. Alright, this could start propping. ES got above the 100 MA. NQ 30 minute could start rounding. We have a new candle in 6 minutes for the NQ 30 minute. Could start propping. The video is coming out pretty hard. Nvidia's climbing, Tesla's climbing. Meta's up 2.6%. Nvidia is now up 2.3%. Tesla's up 1.25%. The Dow's up 1%. Russell 2000 is up 1.4%. The VIX volatility index is ramping up. Try to see what they're going to do. U.S. Post proclamation on copper imports in the Federal Registry register. We have 4 minutes until the U.S. 6-month and 3-month bill come out. 3 minutes until that news comes out. They usually like to make a run before. About to tap that pivot point, 23,222. We'll just have to see, chat. Have to see. NQ 30 minutes starting to round up. ES 1 minute RSI getting above that MA. It's above the 100 MA as well. What news feed you using? I want to check it out. Link is below, Admiral. Everything is below. FinancialJuice. FinancialJuice is the docket for the day, etc., etc. 2 minutes until news. Tapping that pivot point. What's up, Shan? Hello, hello, hello. It's going good. I posted an update a while back, a couple weeks ago, of what the new design is, and I'm actually satisfied with it. I'm just doing the different levels: the beginner, the pro, the expert, and then it's probably just going to be released like that with a coming soon section, or it could be like a Duolingo style, like you do this section, do that section. And like a consolidation section, a volatility section, a news section. I haven't really designed the decide on the particulars. News in 30 seconds, chat. 30 seconds. Sounds promising. Yeah, I need to ramp up. It should have already been released, to be honest. Really need to ramp up the execution. A lot of work goes into it behind the scenes. Just you guys have no idea how long like fixing one bug in that takes. It literally takes like 2 to 3 hours just troubleshooting one bug, and most of them are out. I just have one problem with the chart. The stop loss needs to go break even. Like, it needs to be able to go above, and then after that the chart's pretty much done. Then it's just fine-tuning the data and just designing how I want it. And that's just for the simulator. The mentorship I haven't worked on in like 3 weeks, but that went pretty far. I have the pricing page done, and I have some of the back-end logic done as well. and then there may be something coming. We'll see. You guys will see. Just need one more Sydney Sweeney news to get this pump. True Malad. The news just came out. The news has come out. Tap that pivot point, rejected a little bit. I'm waiting for it to hit. Fed bids for a 3-month bill total 4.6 billion. Bids for 6-month bill total 4.1 billion. Yeah, I need to start ramping up content for you guys, for the members specifically, but in general as well. I have a lot of ideas for videos. Trying to wait a little bit though. I wouldn't mind having all this stuff done and then starting to ramp up content. So I'm kind of in the middle of two consensus, but we'll see. I tried to balance on the NQ 5-minute 20 MA, but the ES got below the 100 MA again. The news has not hit my docket yet. Could just be a delay with the platform. Here it is. US 6-month bill high yield 3.98%. It came out previously. It was 4.12. US 6-month bill bit of cover came in at 3.14. Previously, it was 3.36. 3-month bill high yield came in at 4.165. Previously, it was 4.23. US 3-month bill bid to cover came in at 3.17. Previously, it was 3.21. So low negative for the 3-month bill. 6-month bill, low negative. Nothing of significance though. Yeah. And with one con, we're gonna put a stop
Order submitted.
right below the wick. It either breaks this pivot point or does not. 20-point stop. I like how thank you 30 minutes rounding up. I would show you, I'll show you later. Rounding up. ES got above that 100 MA, but it is low volatility, so I'm not risking any high value account. I also like the NQ 5-minute bounce on the 21 EMA. Only one con though. It needs to break above this pivot point, 20,222. Testing again, needs to break. Needs to break it. The video is coming up. Trying to break it, needs to break it. Up 25. Rejection here means it's going to fall back into the consolidation zone. It is low volatility, so it can do it, but the VIX is propping up as it's going up. Has a chance. Down 100, down 130. Funny, this is an eval account I'm trading. This is flushing down, tapping the 20 May. Okay. Down 100, down 130, one contract long. He has tapped the 100 MA. We're looking for a bounce and needs to get above this pivot point as fast as humanly possible. Wake up, baby. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. A 5 of 15. Now we're lessening stop. Stop right below 20 May. About a 12-point stop. It's either gonna go or it's not. It's rejecting here or it's going. Kind of uptrending. I could remove the stop. Nah. Nah. If it breaks above the pivot point, I could remove the stop. Since it may reject here, I'm not. Low volatility, I don't want to play with it. Because this could waterfall. Down 80, down 70. Also could have left stop at 20 points. You are not a victim and you're not a captive of your trade. I could cut this for $40 loss right now. Cut this for 60, cut this for 100. Could move the stop, could remove the stop as well. Move the stop to 30, 50 points, could risk a full count. You are not a captive of your trades. You are the dictator of your trading. Up 20, up 25, trying to break that pivot point. Up 40, up 50. Up 75. Up 100. I heard copper got a big oof. Yeah, Trump put sanctions and tariffs. I believe just tariffs. Appreciate the follow, D-Say. Appreciate you. JCP, the app's name is undecided. Nothing's out just yet. The simulator's not out. The mentorship's not out. Nothing is out just yet. This may fall back into the range. Consolidation. Rejecting that pivot point. We do not want to see that. Down 60, down 50, down 75. Good waterfall down here. It's also low volatility, so trades are going to take a minute. We can prop up this pivot point, get above the pivot point, prop, bounce off it as support. We're looking very nice. If not, we're going to be stopped out down 10 points. Only one contract. 25. Trying to take that pivot point. It's rejecting that pivot point for now. RSI on the ES 1 minute, tapping the MA. Down 70, down 100. Low volatility. It's wicking down. We're probably gonna get stopped here. Down 100, down 130. Tapping the 20 May. It has potential. That's why I took it. Thank you, 30-minute rounding up. It has potential for a wick. Really trying. Up 40, up 50. The bears and bulls are battling. It's a very key pivot point. Very key. Starting to get a little bearish. ES is still holding on to that 100 MA. Nvidia's propping up. Trying to reject that pivot point. We're about to be stopped out. Thank you, 5 minute does not look good. Down 100, down 125, tapping the 21 EMA. And down to 200, 1 point away from being stopped, and
Order filled.
stopped out for negative 235. So we're down 500 across them two accounts, but we're up. So we're positive 500 right now. Could have waited for confirmation above that pivot point. Could have. Would have missed probably the move though. Had a chance, chat. Had a chance. This is why I'm not risking any high value count during this consolidation. It's also not really at a key point. That pivot point's pretty key, but it's not that key. It's not like the NQ 30-minute VWAP to our SMA or a key pivot point. Like, there's a pretty key pivot point at near the 240s to 260s. Point 2,270 is a decent one. This 264 is not bad. And this is the waterfall. That's why I put a stop. Look at the ES now. Rejected the 100 MA. And it's starting to waterfall. Possibly to the 200 SMA. Possibly to the VWAP. Also, the NQ 30 MA was rounding up. Now it may waterfall down to the 100 MA VWAP. Let me do that. Teaching me to do that. 16 minutes. So what? $16 to what, Gappa? Your 23,355 prediction. I hate consolidation zones. I really hate it. All right, let me make sure I'm on the right account. Yep, Malad. The Q's got massive OI. And massive OI. The Q's got massive OI at 550. I don't think you meant to say OI. It probably means something else, but I like that. The Q's have massive OI. Have massive oomph. Have massive sex appeal. Have massive riz. They're about to get rizzy at 550. What's up, Shanik? Oh, open interest? Yeah. US. From the US. I like massive OI. Has massive OI. It's a resistance support level, yeah. A lot of open positions, open liquidity, a lot of liquidity there. It's a high liquidity level. It is a a psychological number. The 50s, the hundreds, 500s, the thousands. So it's to be expected. Thank you, 5 minutes to hold on to that 20 when he may. Are they just holding it to build a long liquidity and then they're going to drop it and stop them out? That's what I'm trying to decide. Because I truly don't know. I truly don't know, chat. To be honest, I think we're going to end up at the 200 SMA eventually. Could be wrong. Some news can come out, shock this down. The longs could be out of liquidity as well. Bullish momentum has died a bit. The volatility is coming up. The VIX is coming up as it's coming down. Not a great sign. Shannick, I am not interested in graphic design. I am not interested. Appreciate you though. But if that's an actual question, I am trading. Appreciate the file, hum. I'm alone to this song. I'm alone to this song at the beat and the sound of the drum. You hear the ring, ring, ring. You better come along. Ding dong, ditch. When I look at you, I see ya. Yeah. All right. We're getting to delusional hours, chat. Low volatility. There are no missed opportunities, only the next, but there's very low opportunities right now. That's why we gotta wait for the next one. But we are so low volatility right now. It is brutal, man. We're stuck in this consolidation zone. What are we doing? Mondays after big news. Mondays after big news, man. Mondays after a week of FOMC, Jerome Powell shoving it up our... Jerome Powell giving us the hammer. No interest rate cuts. Then we got negative job revision data. Then we have Trump. We're starting to ramp up. You know, Ethereum's up 4%. XRP's up 2.5. I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, it's tapping the 100 MA. Let's see if it breaks it. Jerome Powell. Javu. That was basically a year after I first started. What's the most you've ever lost? I won't say an exact number, but I YOLO'd my savings account into AMC GME, 100%ed it, took the initial out, and then played with the profits. I went on to lose some profits over the next year. So that's probably the biggest loss. Now, if you're talking about during stream, it was that video, that last posted video down. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was 4 weeks ago on a Friday. We lost 30K. That was a while ago though. And we only ended up negative 4K and we got it back the following week in straws. That's when we were putting real risk on. Putting real risk on. Okay. A good afternoon from him with spice up the volatility. True. 5 minute is bullish. Shannick, I do not have goals for the day, for the week, very rarely for the month. I do not have a goal for this month. I just trade the execution. Execution over results. If you trade good execution, the results will follow. One of my friend lose 1,500 funding accounts. I feel really bad for him. It's not good. This volatility is straight garbage. Straight garbage. It's pumping up, but it's straight trash. ES is not really coming up with it as well. It has coil, so this has potential to wick up and really bounce. I don't know. But this is pure gambling, right? You just have to know how to gamble, same as in poker. You need to know when to raise or fold. This has better statistical odds. It has better statistical odds than gambling, poker, blackjack, roulette, baccarat, spades. But it's all up to you. It's all the knowledge cap, what you know, what you don't know. And you need every statistical edge you can possibly get. But this has way better odds if you know what you're doing. But with that said, only 1 to 5% of traders are profitable. That is for a reason. There is a large knowledge gap. Also, people really don't take it seriously. They aren't consistent. They aren't in the market every day, learning the patterns, trading this news, the tariff news, the C news that happened in 2020, 2021. All that was valuable knowledge and pattern recognition training, just knowing what to do. These tariffs, the negotiations between countries, the financial news, the docket, it's all very key. Admiral says you just gotta learn the layers of what moves the market. Very true. Poker, you count cards, you get banned from casino. Trading encourages you to learn what moves the market. True. Gabber says big reason is because people try to always hit the home runs instead of base hits. Base hits 10, 20, 30 points. That's why you guys usually see me securing one contract at 10 points. Very rarely. Today we let since we were only in with one, we let it run to 25, but 2 base hits. You guys notice 2 base hits, right? We're up 1100. That offered the opportunity to take 2 free trades. 2 free trades with adequate stop, and they could have been winners as well. We lost 500 across them. We're down 235 in the one, 280 in the other. So we're still up 500, 600 today. But them 2 winners earlier allowed 2 not so great trades to just allowed us to put 2 trades risk on that we otherwise wouldn't. Gave us more opportunity. Just risk-free trading. It's kind of where you want to be. You want to be in the profit, trading with profit. If you take the base hits, the home runs will come here and there. Yeah, the home runs usually come when I'm in like a position probably 3 contracts plus, and I take 2 off and just leave a runner. Then we trail that up 50, 60 points. One time we hit 120 points, I believe. That was a couple weeks ago. And there's not a feeling like that. We're just slowly grinding up on a very low ATR, very low volatility. But the NQ 30 minute is coiling up. May get a bounce to the 200 SMA. Could stop here, fizzle out, go down to the VWAP. ES is coming up as well, trying to break out of that consolidation zone, the resistance. And the NQ is about to test that range trend line, the resistance trend line. About to tap it. Tappy tappy. Gabber said it's easy to make $100 a day in trading. That's $25K a year. $200 a day is 2. That's $50K a year. A lot of people have to work really hard for $50K a year. Yeah, but Gapper, it takes years. It takes years for that to become easy. And it's not really, I mean, the more risk-proof way of trading is just trading around key levels only. So trading around key levels only, and sometimes you don't get that in a day. So you may not take a trade that day, but there are constant opportunities. That's why I constantly came up with the saying, there are no missed opportunities, only the next one. Because there are constant opportunities coming and going, and always some in the future. But like trading around the VWAP, when the ES gets above the VWAP, there's definitely a high probabilistic trading, and you really want to stay to that. If you're trading a personal account, if you're trading in general. Now I do take some more risk than normal, than what I should. But I'm just a risk, I'm a risk tolerant person to begin with. And I have very little emotions. I have emotional control on a different level. And that just comes from experience. Trust me, when I was just starting trading, I was all nervous. You get the butterflies, you're unsure, you get fear-mongered out of position, you cut the position too early before the move happens, and it just happens. Admiral says institutions can see where more orders and contracts are. You can do not on basic platforms like Robinhood to see it live. The A+ technical system equals confirmation on contracts held plus buys. Gabber says take the small wins, build your capital and buying power, and that $200 a day will turn into 1K a day and so on. Yep, compound interest, baby. Compound interest. If you guys don't know about compound interest, you really need to learn. Compound interest is serious. Very serious. And it's honestly, it definitely opens up your perspective. Just seeing the world completely differently when you learn about compound interest. And if you apply that to everything you do in life, the actions you take, your behaviors, the food you eat, if you're trading for a career, if you apply compound interest to everything, you realize that each step accumulates on top of the other, and eventually you are moving exponentially instead of stagnant, instead of low down. And even with some highs and lows, you're still moving exponentially up. Compound interest is definitely an perspective builder for sure. Gabber says yes and no. There are plenty of strats that are available now that have high hit rate, so you just gotta pick one. But where people fail is that they are not consistent with said strat. Yeah. People will use good strat and win 1 or 2 and then lose 1 and be like, true. Malad says I'm break even, but that's okay. Gabber said, like I said, 16 minutes. Admiral says fitness is actually a great way to get an experience on compound interest. Takes effort, not money, but that experience can transfer into discipline in the markets 100%. What's up, Adrius? Low. 100%. That's a new NQ high of day. High of day at 23,271. We have that pivot point up top. It has broken this range. Move that. Clean up the charts a bit. We have that pivot point up top. Pivot point up top at 22,277. What's up, Bajers? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Bitcoin's kind of at a crucial point right now. It's either going to break this pivot point to the upside, or it's going to pretty much fall right here. And we may be looking at low 100K. Kind of at a key point. Thankfully, it's a Monday. Thankfully. We have very good news tomorrow. Should be a pretty good 2 hours of trading. Tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. EST, we have US S&P Services PMI final. At 10 a.m. US ISM Services PMI red flash news. Also a Pfizer earning call. And then we have AMD after market. There should be some pretty good base hit weeks. Also, the after this week, we're gonna have the news with Trump. So we'll have to see what that holds. The 10-day grace period, or whatever you want to call it, that Trump gave Russia, Putin, time to make a deal. That comes to an end. We'll see. It's just gonna be sanctions put on Russia, Russian oil, exports, imports, etc., etc. And anything above that would be crazy. Gotta head to out to the dentist. Stay safe and make some green, everyone. Appreciate you, Gapper. Appreciate you. We have the Gapper segments. He rubs the crystal ball. Yep. Legend knows. Legend knows. Appreciate you, Gapper. Hopefully everything's all right, man. Teeth. Thankfully, I've had very little problems with my teeth, but my siblings have not been the same. Mainly because they don't take care of them as well as I do, but dental problems can be a bitch. Yeah, 100% Admiral. Fitness is definitely a good way to really gauge compound interest. It takes 3 months for you to really see the results of everything you do. So you hit abs today, you'll see the results in 3 months. At least for my body, that's how it works. So running, everything else, weightlifting. Shyler, Chris, I'm back, dude. I made back my 5K on PTC. I won't make that mistake again. Our boy Shyler was in the trenches. Our boy Shyler was in the trenches, son. He was 5K down. He made it back. Hey, at least you got it back. Don't, man. I always hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. Because when you're down 5K, you just chase losses. Then when you get back to neutral, you're like, why not be greedy and push a little more? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Gabber says 271 supply zone nailed. Yes, it was. Malad says if price hits 23,132, I will target 23,046 again. All right, how are you guys doing? Let's look at the polls. So the regular YouTube stream, if you guys are on YouTube Shorts, this is what the regular YouTube stream. Yes, I am streaming to YouTube and YouTube Shorts. YouTube and YouTube Shorts. Yeah, thank you. 2-minute chart, you see the counts, sub count, etc. Thank you. 5-minute chart, just a better overall holistic view. So 16 votes, 62% are profitable, 6% are negative, 31% are learning. On the YouTube Short stream, 90 votes, 31% are profitable, 20% are negative, 49% are learning. Gabber says probably now is though demand around 248, so many consolidate around here before trying next leg up. Well, it's attempting it. It's attempting it right now. True. Hey, some days it's not your day, guys. Legend. You're having a hard time reading the market. It's not an easy day. After high news on the week and then low docket news on Monday, I told you guys volatility is going to drop off after 10:30. After 10:30, 11, and volatility is dropping off. So we're going to have a lot of consolidation. But there are constant opportunities. You just have to be really patient on days like these. And then it's just very like, you have to be really sure. Gapper setting shorts at 370, 380 and off to the dentist. Good luck, Gapper. 370, 380. Wish you all the best, Gapper. Good luck, my friend. Nvidia is ramping up. Very slow day, chat. Nothing really I can do. Go watch some news. About to test the previous high. High market's currently at 23,270. Pivot point at above to 23,277. We'll see if it wants to go. Monday fun day. What's up, Crown? Boy. Appreciate you, Crown. Monday fun day. Big money Monday. Man, it's trying to climb up. Amazon trying to come up, still down 0.6%. QCOM is down 0.2%. Adobe is down 2%. Voyager Technology is down 0.15%. Rest of the market is green. And Q30 trying to prop up. Yeah, it's starting to hesitate a bit. Yeah, this could come with a move down. It's technically a lower high. We'll see. Problem is, it's such low volatility. This can change very quick. Video's trying to come up. Amazon's trying to come up. Funny said 5 green, 2 red. Done for the day. See you guys tomorrow. Good stuff, Funny. 5 green, 2 red. That's not bad. Good stuff, man. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow. Monday, fun day. Monday, fun day. Go play on words, Milad. Monday, fun day. Monday, get funded. I can't get these Australian accents out of my head from the Aussies. Aussies in chat, you know. I wonder what they say for Americans. The Americans accents. The Americans. We're starting to flush down and manipulate up. Is this a manipulation down? Send this higher. There's some volatility coming in. Very interesting. Okay. While we wait, Let's get into some news.
We're seeing respects. We're seeing phenomenal numbers in terms of the business we do with other countries.
This is Trump doing a plane interview, an airport interview after flying somewhere. President Trump boards Air Force One en route to the White House.
And the business we do within our own country, I mean, really phenomenal numbers. We'll be announcing a new statistician sometime over the next 3-4 days. We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced, but that was just one negative number. All of the numbers seem to be great. And so we'll see how that comes out. And if you remember, just before the election, this woman came out with these phenomenal numbers on Biden's economy. Phenomenal numbers. And then right after the election, they announced that those numbers were wrong. And that's what they did the other day. So it's a scam, in my opinion. My opinion is it's just additional scam.
On Russia, Mr. President, can you say, have those nuclear submarines been deployed yet to face Russia?
I've already put out a statement, and the answer is they are in the region, yeah, where they have to be.
Can you say what Steve Witkoff's message will be to the Russians? Is there anything they can do to avoid sanctions at this point?
Yeah, get a deal where people stop getting killed. They had a number that just came out that...
Yeah, the deaths between Russia and Ukraine have just ramped up exponentially. They went from like 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. Now they're at 7. Well, that's what I heard last time. We'll see what he says now. But that's an exponential rate of growth of just killing, of people dying.
Tremendous number of Russian soldiers are being killed. And likewise, Ukraine, a lower number, but still thousands and thousands of people. And now we're adding towns.
Bro, took sell trade at 9 this morning. Done today. Good stuff.
Where they're being hit by missiles. So it's a lot of people being killed in that ridiculous war. And, you know, we stopped a lot of thousands of people and then killed. And likewise, Ukraine, a lower number, but still thousands and thousands of people. And now we're adding towns where they're being hit by missiles. So it's a lot of people being killed in that ridiculous war. And, you know, we stopped a lot of countries from war, India and Pakistan. We stopped a lot of countries. And we're going to get that one stopped, too. Somehow we're going to get that one stopped. That's a really horrible war. You heard about Cambodia and Thailand. We got that one done. We got the Congo, which was going on for 31 years. Rwanda, that one's done. We stopped a lot of wars. This is the one we seem to be, this should be the easiest to stop, and it's not. I mean, Rwanda and Congo were going on 31 years, and I got it stopped. 8 million people.
Miguel says, hope they can fix the Ukraine-Russia situation. I've been there many times. It was insane to see places where they fight, places where I've been, yeah. Also, NASDAQ about to flush the Hive Day. Hive Day at 23,270. Just created it 20 minutes ago. Now consolidating, and it's starting to wake up. We have the pivot point at 23,277. See, chat. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Ramping up.
People dead, at least. That's what they have, but I think the number is much higher. And the leaders of each country, Rwanda and the Congo, they were great. They were great, and they wanted it stopped. 31 years it went on.
They were superb. They were superb.
We stopped a lot of wars. Serbia, Kosovo was going to be happening, and I don't believe it will now, so we stopped that one too. Yes.
You said you had more of an update to give us on Gaza, on the Gaza Strip. Can you give us any...
Only we want the people fed. And we're the only country that's really doing that. We're putting up money to get the people fed. And Steve Witkoff is doing a great job. And we want Israel to get them fed. We're giving some pretty big contributions, basically, to purchase food so the people can be fed. We don't want people going hungry, and we don't want people to starve. And there's some bad things happening.
Do you see evidence of a genocide in Gaza?
I don't think it's sad. Look, they're in a war. Some horrible things happened on October 7th, as you know. It was a horrible, horrible thing. One of the worst I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad things since I'm president in terms of wars and potential wars. I mean, if you look at the one that we just stopped. They had thousands of people being dead already at the border between Thailand and Cambodia. Thousands of people. And I mean, I've seen some bad things, but that October 7th was with Hamas was really, really bad.
Mr. President, can you give us an update on Steve Witkoff in Russia and what happens on Friday if the deadline comes and Russia has not agreed to a ceasefire?
Well, there'll be
So Friday deadline, this Friday deadline on the Russia-Ukraine deal, they have to make a sign towards peace or there's going to be all hell to pay. That's probably just sanctions the House of Representatives or the Senate. I can't remember which one, but they passed a bill and it's sitting on Trump's desk that is ready to sign to sanction Russia, and it's to his discretion. So the deadline he put on them is ending Friday. So very important.
Sanctions, but they seem to be pretty good at avoiding sanctions. You know, they're wily characters and they're pretty good at avoiding sanctions. So we'll see what happens. But Steve is focused right now on the border in terms of, we're talking about with Gaza, getting people fed. And he may be going, I think next week, Wednesday or Thursday, maybe going to Russia. They would like to see him. They've asked that he meet, so we'll see what happens.
Mr. President, what advice do you have for Republicans on Capitol Hill heading into midterms? What do they need to do? What can they do to, you know, hold?
Well, one of the things they're going to be talking about pretty soon are the tremendous drop in drug prices. You know, we've cut drug prices by 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500%. I don't mean 50%. I mean 14, 1,500%. Because we're going favored nations. We want the same price as Europe gets. We want the same prices other country gets. And over the years, 25, 30 years ago, it started where they were charging us much more. And I put an end to it, you know, with a letter that you saw last week. So I think that's going to be a point. I don't know how anybody could win an election if they're on the other side of that issue. So we'll be dropping drug prices. It'll start over the next 2 to 3 months by 1,200, 1,300, and even 1,400% and 500%. But not just 50% or 25%, which normally would be a lot, because the rest of the world pays much less for the identity.
Pharmaceutical industry has scammed the U.S. For too long. The consumer, like, I forget, insulin or something, they were charging like 10,000% or 50,000%, something astronomical. And it's just all for profit and just not about saving lives, as the pharmaceutical industry should be about saving lives and prolonging people's lives, just getting them healthier, treating symptoms. Instead, they just do max profit, and it is a shame.
Identical drug, and we're going to be paying the same thing. We're going to have a favorite nation. We will pay as low as the lowest nation in the world.
And then, Mr. President, I think it just came out $29 billion in July taken in tariff revenue. You know, could we see a potential rebate here, and what would that look like, and who would qualify? Well,
we're going to pay down debt. We have a lot of money coming in, much more money than the country's ever seen, by hundreds of billions of dollars. And there could be a distribution or a dividend to the people of our country. I would say for people that would be middle-income people and lower-income people, we could do a dividend. But one of the things we're going to be doing is reducing debt. But we have hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our country now. We should have done this many years ago. And I did it in my first term with China. We didn't get to the rest because COVID hit. And you couldn't really go to France and Spain and Italy and say, let's start talking about some tariffs. But China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars in tariffs, and we did it then. And then Biden screwed it all up. He screwed everything he touched, he screwed up. So, thank you.
Will you endorse Winsome Earl Sears in the Virginia governor's race?
Yeah, I would. I think probably she's got a tough race. She shouldn't have.
This replay is just very low quality and freezing every now and then. Don't worry. It's not your internet. It's this replay, this video.
Because the candidate she's running against is not very good, but I think she's got a tough race. But I would, yeah.
When will you swear in Jeanine Pirro to be the
I will happily swear in Jeanine Pirro, who's going to be fantastic at what she does in D.C. Over the next very short period of time. I think she's going to be fantastic. Don't forget, Jeanine Pirro was a great judge and a great prosecutor. And because she was so good, I was there. She was an amazing prosecutor and judge. And because she was so good, they drafted her into show business. And she did fantastic. You know, The Five was the #1 show, et cetera, et cetera. Jeanine Pirro was also really good at that. But her real love is exactly what she's doing. And that's what made her such a success in show business. So Jeanine Pirro is going to be amazing. And I'll swear her in as soon as we can swear her in. We need her. She's going to be amazing.
Mr. President, are you happy with how the Rose Garden turned out? And we have some type of event for the Rose Garden. Are you happy with how it turned out?
Yeah, we're getting great reviews on the Rose Garden. And we had to do it. As an example, when we had a press conference, you'd sink into
Really?
It would take 3, 4, 5 days for it to dry out, and we couldn't use it for really the intended purpose. So
Come on, Fox.
whether they had events or they had news conferences, we couldn't use it. And it's a beautiful white stone, and it's a stone that's the same color as the White House itself. And because it's very white, it's going to reflect the heat. It's not going to be very hot, like if you had a dark stone. So, yeah, we've gotten great reviews on the Rose Garden.
Any update on the search for the Federal Reserve Board? Have you been interviewing candidates?
No, I have a couple of people in mind. I'll be announcing somebody for the filling of the person that left. A woman left, as you know, who was I guess a Biden appointment, either Biden or Obama, but I think a Biden appointment. And she left early, and I think she left because she agreed with me on interest rates, and yet they were on the other side of the ballpark, right? So I'll be announcing that probably over the next couple of days.
Okay. Mr. President, one more on tariffs here. As you continue to, pile up these trade deals, are you kind of gaining more leverage over countries that haven't come out?
Yeah, I'm not looking for leverage. I'm looking for fairness. We want reciprocal as much as possible. Sometimes reciprocal would be too much for them to handle because it would be a much bigger number. But we want to see some reciprocity. We want to see reciprocal wherever we can. And all I can say is this: our country will be taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. You just said it. Already we're taking in, billions and billions of dollars. And it was very unfair. The world treated us very unfair. But the next big move is going to be the price of drugs. Because you could buy something in London or in Germany, someplace in Germany or many countries where it's 1/10, 1/3, 1/4, but sometimes 1/10 the price of what it costs to buy it in New York or some other place. And we're not doing that anymore. We're not allowing that anymore. That started many years ago when people were asleep at the wheel in this country, and they allowed that to happen, and I'm stopping it.
I'm a UN ambassador. Will that still be a cabinet level position, sir, or not?
I don't know. I haven't determined that yet. That's a good question. I'll make a decision. He's a very good guy, but I'll make a decision.
Mr. President, what is your relationship with Laura Loomer? What kind of influence with Laura Loomer? What kind of influence does she have?
I think she's very nice. I mean, I know she's known as a radical right, but I think Laura Loomer is a very nice person. I've known her for a long time, and personally, I think she's a patriot. And she gets excited because of the fact that she's a patriot. And she doesn't like things going on that she thinks are bad for the country. I like her. Okay?
President, after Sydney Sweeney, it came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. So he likes her because she's a Republican now. I guess. Christian said, "This is why I don't believe anything Trump says. He toots his own horn so much. It reminds me of two of my old friends, which are such big liars." Yeah, but see, it's hard to tell because the last presidents weren't this transparent, weren't this open. You didn't have lives always on them and just news constantly briefing them, constantly speaking to the press. This is by far the most transparent president in history, by far currently, at least in modern history. So it's hard to tell, but so far I would say just most hard-hitting, just action-packed president by far. Whether you like him, disagree with his stuff, agree with his stuff. I mean, he secured the border in record time without needing Congress's approval, just with executive orders. The means he does it, I mean, you guys can dispute it, but it got done regardless. The tariff plans offered some favorable negotiations. He got some of the hostages released in Gaza. He did bomb Iran, which I'm not really that in favor of, but it happened. And then he decided not to go into a full scale attack, which I do like. And Israel was definitely wanting more. That's why they were sending more fighter jets after that happened, and Trump said, bring them back, and they brought them back. So I like how that's de-escalated, at least briefly. Iran obviously doesn't like it. Their nuclear facilities being blown up, etc., etc. But you have the Russia-Ukraine deal. Trump did promise that when he was president-elect to be settled. We all knew that wasn't going to happen. It's very complex geopolitical talks. 6 months in, sometimes you need a battering ram, guys, to break down the wall. And we were definitely getting into an interesting era. Definitely not one the general populace wanted, and that's why there was this staggering majority swing state vote. All the swing states, or most of the swing states, 7 of the swing states, something like that, voted for Trump. The majority voted for Trump. They just want to change. They want to reform. He has failed in multiple regards so far with the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I'm not ecstatic about how he handled that. He's promised that this Russia-Ukraine stuff would be over. But to be fair to him, this is very, very difficult. Probably one of the most difficult things he'll ever do is solving that war. So it's definitely substantial, and it's not an easy thing to do. And anyone who thought he was actually going to do that when he was president-elect is pretty delusional. Some things you just have to say and get out there and just push the goalpost and move it along. Be a little sensational, exaggerate a little bit.
Video. I want to give you
this is clear value tax. I like watching this guy, even though he's kind of just a surface level, like just straight to the point though. He's straight to the point, no BS, which I like. Trump tariffs are back. What this means for investors.
Important updates on President Trump's tariffs, and I want to share this information with you from the perspective of an investor. So whether you're invested in the stock market or crypto or precious metals, this is very important information to know. So here's the situation. April 2nd was supposed to be...
Who wouldn't be investing in oil? Ash says, I'm 100% sure Trump is investing in oil. Who wouldn't? He literally said he's deregulating basically all of it, and drill, baby, drill. I mean, that's been his on his campaign talk for so long. Drill, baby,
Liberation
drill.
Day, the official start of the reciprocal tariffs. Okay, but then President Trump delayed it to April 9th. And April 9th comes around, and the reciprocal tariffs, they go into effect for a few hours. And then this triggers a problem in the bond markets. So President Trump said, and this is quote, the bond market is very tricky. I was watching it. People were getting a little queasy. So Trump paused the tariffs again. So this time for 90 days, pushing it to July 9th. And then the reciprocal tariffs got pushed back until August 1st. And now they pushed it back again until August 7th. So the excuse, well, this time, Customs and Border Protection needs more time to update their systems. So the big question is, will President Trump taco again? So it's fair to ask because we've gone from April 2nd to April 9th to July 9th, August 1st, and now August 7th. So, I mean, I would say, like, if you're going to do this, like, let's just get the show on the road and stop chickening out. So the only thing that's going to make President Trump chicken out again is if there's problems in the bond market. So specifically, the 30-year Treasury yield. But leading up to August 7th, the 30-year yield has been quiet. So, of course, this could change on a dime on the 7th or a few days after, but as of now, there's no reason for another delay. So once the tariffs go into effect, all eyes should...
That is, that's very interesting. Very well, very, like, Trump's obviously pretty... See, we're not purview to every conversation, like, behind the scenes, et cetera, et cetera. So he could be doing this as a negotiation thing, like push some deals forward. They get real close at the deadline, and then they need a little extra, so he extends it. Maybe they're getting closer with Canada, Mexico, so he's extending a little further to get them in. It's just hard to tell, but it's not a good look from the outside purview. Definitely seems like he's a little intimidated, a little fearful, but that's not really a part of his personality. I mean, he's definitely not one of those guys. And you can see that by all the action, the crazy stuff he says, just the radical change he implements, and just how unfearful he is in the face of that. So why would he be fearful here? But him moving the dates of that is not great. He moved it 3-4 times now. It's not a good look from the outside.
Should be on the 30-year yield. Okay, so I want to give you a summary of my outlook, and it's very straightforward. If there's a spike in the interest rate on the 30-year yield, that's going to cause President Trump to taco. But if there is no spike in the yield for the 30-year yield, then again, there's going to be no reason for him to chicken out. So there's going to be no taco. So I'm going to give you two scenarios. So the first one is if the yield does spike, then that's going to cause the stock market to go down. And that's basically going to be a repeat of what happened in April near Liberation Day. So if that does happen, then that would be a great buying opportunity for stocks, for crypto, for precious metals, because Trump will have to, delay or postpone or just undo the tariffs. And that would cause the stock market to reverse and go back up. And then you have the second scenario where the yield does not spike up, but stocks still do fall. Okay, so in this situation, it's all about the debt market. It's all about the bond market. So if the debt market doesn't start crashing, but the stock market does, then President Trump's not going to chicken out to a point. It's going to be, we're going to have a rough estimate. My approach. If the 30-year yield spikes up and the stock market drops, then
if the 30-year yield spikes up, the market drop, I'll buy the dip heavier than usual. If the yield stays stable and the market drop, I'll stay patient and dollar cost average. If market goes up,
I'll buy the dip and I'll stay patient. I mean, you don't have to do anything in that type of situation. You just enjoy the ride. And I just want to say that the reason why we're paying most attention to the 30-year yield is because this is the long-term IOU from the US government that the Federal Reserve has the least control over when it comes to interest rates. So yeah, the Federal Reserve, they can manipulate short-term interest rates, and Trump and percent, they're gonna lean hard on that next year. But the 30-year, the Federal Reserve, they would have to take extreme measures to intervene, like buying the bonds directly. I mean, they certainly can do that, but that would send a very bad message to the rest of the world. Now, I do want to point this out because I found this very interesting. So this chart, it shows how much tariff revenue was collected in June. So the US government brought in $26.6 billion in tariff revenue in 1 month. So that is a lot, historically speaking. But to put that into context, the US government spends $580 billion per month. So it's still, it's great, but it's still peanuts in comparison to what the government is spending. And don't forget that tariffs are a tax on Americans. So initially, importers absorbed most of the cost. They didn't want to raise prices right away and risk losing customers to the competitors. But now retailers are moving together. They're so to say, they're crossing the street at the same time, which means that prices are going to rise. So you can expect goods inflation to show up to accelerate in August and September in the CPI reports. And there's something else that you should understand, that these tariffs are a weaponization of the US dollar, and that's going to accelerate de-dollarization, which is not an overnight event, that's a process. But it's happening, and the US dollar is going to weaken, and it's going to weaken faster. And I just want to say that if you want to measure the strength of the US dollar, don't look at the Dixie, don't look at the DXY unless you're trading currencies, like one fiat to another, because the DXY, that just compares the US dollar to other fiat currencies, the euro, the yen, the pound, etc. I mean, it's basically like comparing dog poop to cat poop. So the real test is, how many dollars does it take to buy something real, like an ounce of gold, a Bitcoin, food? By those measures, the dollar is devaluing fast, and tariffs are making it worse. So that's why I've been so focused on investing in real assets. Okay, so that is how I'm looking at the current situation.
Bad overall outlook. Shadow, yes I am. Yes I am. The volatility is just so low right now. ATR is just moving at a snail's pace. It's at 10 ATR right now, average to range. This is likely to just keep consolidating and going up. Nvidia is now at 3% up for the day. Tesla's at 1.82% up. Google's at 2.52% up. Amazon is 0.75% down for the day. One of the only negative stocks on my watch list. Microsoft is up 2.5%. Meta is up 2.8%. Apple's up 0.8%. Netflix is up 1%. MicroStrategy up 5%. Palantir up 3.7% on the day. GME, GameStop was negative, now up 1.72%. Costco's up 1.7%. Alibaba's up 0.25%. Abe goes up 3.33%. AMD's up 3%. QCOM is down 0.1%. Adobe is down 1.6%. Voyager Technologies is up 0.2%. Robinhood is up 4.65%. Bitcoin is sitting up 0.6% on the day. Just low volatility. It's going to slow grind wherever it goes unless some news comes out. We're done for the docket. Russian Foreign Minister, Russia no longer considers itself bound by the moratorium on the deployment of short and medium range missiles. Okay. NQ futures are up 1.6%. ES futures are up 1.3%. The dollar is down 1/3%. 1/3. Dollar's down 0.33%. The VIX is sitting at 18, just holding it, down 11.44% from Friday. We are still gapped up. We are gapped up 385 points from Friday's close at 22,883. The ES 1 minute is just consolidating. Very ugly chart. Very, very ugly. The NQ 30 minute trying to break out, getting a little hesitant. Probably just propping and using this as consolidation, then have a boomerang up. We'll have to see. The ES 1 minute in neutral territory, trying to get above the MA. Williams R120 day getting into overbought territory, but kind of consolidating up. On the NQ 30 minute, the RSI getting into neutral, getting into oversold territory above the MA. Williams R120 day getting into neutral territory on the NQ 30 minute. NQ 2 minutes after the 21 EMA. Chart is moving so slow. What is the docket for tomorrow? Docket for tomorrow, we have at 6:45 a.m. Pfizer Q2 2025 earnings. At 8:30 a.m. U.S. trade balance, red flash news. Caterpillar earnings at 8:30. U.S. Reebok year over year. And then at 9:45, 15 minutes into market open tomorrow, 9:45 a.m. EST. U.S. S&P Services PMI final, composite PMI final. 10 a.m. U.S. ISM Services PMI, services prices paid, and services employment. And then Pfizer earning call at 10 a.m. as well. Then 11:30 a.m. U.S. 52-week bill, 1 p.m. U.S. 3-year note, and then after market closes tomorrow, AMD Q2 2025 earnings, and then AMD earnings call at 5. Should have a pretty good, solid 1 to 2 trading hours with some opportunities in the latter half of tomorrow. Okay. Let's see where you guys are sitting. 23 votes, 65% are profitable, 4% are negative, 30% are learning. 115 votes, 30% are profitable, 21% are negative, 50% are learning. Very nice. Thomas, good morning. I was out late last night, unfortunately just waking up, and missed orb. Yeah, the volatility is pretty much gone for today. Probably until something wakes it up, Tom. We're done trading. I took 4 trades down. We're up 600. We're up around 600. Took 2 trades in the consolidation. They were 10-point losers each. We're down 235 in the one account, 280 in the other, but then we're up 583 in the other, and 469. So we're up like 600. Not bad, not bad. Took some risk. Chris, one contract is how much of capital? It depends if you're trading minis or micros. Awesome, bro. Green Day. Absolutely. Yeah, volatility is just so low, it's not even worth it. It's not worth trading it. I attempted it twice in the consolidation. A little early in the one move, but yeah, Norman, there's constant opportunities, guys. Thomas said, I also looked into the stops and take profits on TradingView. I feel so dumb. I blew like 2 TBD accounts. I didn't understand how to move any damn stops. You got it worked out now, though. You got it worked out. Hopefully, you got it worked out now, Tom. Hopefully. Sounds like you did. You looked into it. I knew you could move them. I just haven't used that platform in like 4 or 5 months. Boom, boom, boom. Look how slow the market is moving. If you hover over the order on the top of the price board on the right, it gives you the option to drag it. I thought so. What a wick on ETH. What are you talking about, Miguel? What are you talking about? Oof. We about to get into trading crypto? Is that what's about to happen? Hold up. It's at a pivot point right now. Oof. Look at these wicks. Could be an opportunity to come on ETH. Probably not today unless you're going to join trend. This was a decent one. I honestly didn't expect this. But with uncertainty, people are moving into metals, cryptos, away from indices a little bit. But we're still around all-time highs, only 1,000 points away on the NASDAQ. So we are looking to get into that, though. Been waiting. I'm still waiting. Kind of want to wait until this the reciprocal trade practices are done. Now Trump's moved that to August 7th or 9th or 8th, whatever it was. Kind of waiting for that. Also, the Russia-Ukrainian, Trump gave Russia like till this Friday. So we'll see how that pans out. Just trying to wait before we put any more risk on. And BITUNIX, link below, BITUNIX. I've been waiting though. I've been staying patient in these shadows. I'm looking for a short now. Good luck, Milad. White boy trading, 100% split. I think CFD is messed up. Should move into futures, but I need to now control my position size. Need to know how to control my position size. I just closed my position on TP1, but it just closed with loss. Tom, oh yeah, you bet I figured it out. Now that I could probably trade again, I might try to go for TPT funds instead of TopStep. I just want that option for daily withdrawals. Yep. See you tomorrow, Norman. See you. All right, guys, this is just coiling. Very low volatility. ATR is at 9.66. There will be better opportunities tomorrow, and it's no point in putting risk on when ATR is this low. You'll be doing it for like only a 10-20 point move unless you want to hold it. I'm not really a swing trader, so I'm not going to hold it. I'd rather be in and out. But Nvidia has some promise. Meta, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, and Nvidia is still holding and coming up. MicroStrategy's up 5.5%. There's definitely some legs. This could prop until this NQ 30-minute 200 SMA. We'll just have to see. It's kind of just coiling. We have that pivot point up top at 23,220, 23,277. Just have to see. All right, I'll see you boys tomorrow. Persevere through resistance. Do not fear the unknown. Do not fear missing out. There are constant opportunities. There are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. I will see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. EST, trading the market. See you there. Peace. See you boys tomorrow. See you boys. See you Milad, Legend, Tom, Miguel. Pump up Tuesday. See you boys.